Welcome back to PresCo. I'm the Business Pres, and today we're looking at the daily trend. Zooming into Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, altcoin of the day, XLM. It's got a few things I want to look at, and let's jump straight into it. So we've got Bitcoin right here. You can see this downtrend that we've been stuck in for the past few months has been broken out, received a double top, broke the neckline and come down. But what I see here at the bottom is a potential double bottom forming. So if we take these candle closes, this candle close, we've got our support level. Okay, now this breakout is actually retesting what was resistance and trying to make it support. And with this big hammer candle, it's very interesting. So we may be getting a fractal like this, up, down, and then back up. So we're not in a bull trend yet. What I see is that we potentially have broken the bearish trend and we're now in a range where we can go sideways for a while between support and resistance. And if that's the case, this will become reaccumulation. Kind of like this, bit of choppiness before we break out into a trend. So we could expect to go up, down, up, down, up, down. Now when the changes are made is when we break one of these levels. And what I see is we're still under the 50 moving averages, and if we bring out our indicators, we're still under the 50 RSI and under the 0 of the MACD. The MACD could bounce and push down, the RSI could roll over. So it's not clear on what's going to happen right now. But if the support holds, then we're good. I would buy these support levels. And I would ride it at least to resistance. So if we get back to the middle of the channel, there's 10%. And to the top, there's 25%. And if we break out of a range like that, then this will confirm a bullish move. So it's yet to be determined. This double top here was a bit higher than this range, but is that a top or a bottom, or is it just kind of a pullback as part of the bigger move? It's hard to say. But there is a lot of volume that come in here, and we are pretty close to the 50. So whatever move comes next is likely to be a big one. Moving on to Ethereum, I see the same thing. Okay, this uptrend was topped out here. There was a support line that we broke, tested as resistance, we double topped on it here. Okay, so this entire impulse is now retraced to the 786. We've got some big wick candles there, and on the indicators have broken out, and we may be retesting, then again we may have a little bit more room to the downside. So it's interesting. But nothing's confirmed yet. We're still under the 50s and under the 200 EMA. I'm going to change this to the EMA just because it pays more attention to the most recent price action over the past 200 bars than an average. Okay, so the EMA focuses more on this half of the 200, whereas the MA focuses on all of it equally. And I think with the recent news that's been going on, we're seeing a lot of volatility in the markets. I mean, this pump was a good 40%, and then we got the war scare and everything like that, but it got bought up. So, you know, the investors are still playing this game. Traders are still playing this game. What we could see here, it's a bit of a consolidation before we break out again anyway. But again, same as Bitcoin, nothing's confirmed until we either break support or break resistance. We could just simply end up in an accumulation range. And in ranges, buy support, sell resistance. I'm not telling you what to do. This is educational purpose only. This is to make your own strategy. And looking at XRP, XRP might actually be setting up to do bullish things because it is closest to the 50. The MACD is actually above it. And if we find support and move in the upwards direction, I'd say we could actually confirm a bullish trend. Because this pattern, this falling wedge, has broken out. We are now retesting it and consolidating in a pattern of our own. And our target is actually the top of this wedge, up here, which from these points is a 70% swing. Now we're in the middle of this range. This range has been going on for a while now. But on the RSI, we're starting to make higher highs and higher lows after getting bullish divergence. So it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens next. I'm certainly not panic selling any XRP. That is investment purposes only. Unfortunately, I did panic sell a bit of ETH, putting it into risk-off assets like gold and stablecoins. However, if we start to get a bullish trend after this breakout, if this support holds, I'll probably just put back in. Because what I should have done from the very start is move from all in to at least 80-20, maybe 50-50 by here, and more into risk off by the time this neckline actually broke, especially when it got retested. And I'm okay at reading the charts, but it's executing that is the hardest part. And looking at Stellar, in terms of trend, we're still making lower highs and lower lows. We're still in a downtrend. And it doesn't look like this support is going to hold. But if it does, we've got a divergence in the RSI, and it's likely to see the MACD tick up. But looking at this big 4-hour candle, could see bullish head and shoulders form. So if this support gets held roughly at the 618 and we break up, this could signal an uptrend. However, XLM doesn't really trend. Back here it did. Zooming all the way out, you can see that we're pretty much on support of the previous bear market. So we could get a capitulation. Don't know yet. Doubt it. Fundamentally, things are getting better. They are priced in USD, fiat currency, I should say. So I wouldn't be getting in until we're back above this 50, until we've broken above some kind of levels here. So it does seem to be a downtrend resistance there. But if we're consolidating here, we could see a move back up to the top, 50%, 100% back up to the top of this range that we're in. Is it likely that we're going to get capitulation here? I don't know. Because if you're an investor, you want to be buying low prices. And if you set your stop loss too low, and it's kind of at support, it's only going to bounce anyway. So it's interesting. We are getting divergence in the RSI. MACD has printed a double bottom, and we're breaking out higher. So we could be at the end of the bearish trend for XLM. But the point of bringing this out to you is because the market likes to follow the leader. And until Bitcoin tells us what it wants to do, alts are probably just going to keep bleeding out. And if we bring up the Bitcoin dominance chart, so here's another one, BRA. Alright, we're on the bottom here. We're getting divergence here. I was looking at ADA a while ago, and it just broke through this along with the rest of the market. So depending on how long you're going to hold these things and where you're looking to take profits, it's just interesting at the end of the day. That's why we like to watch the trend and see what's happening. So with the Bitcoin dominance, we are in an up channel and we're printing divergences. So if this plays out, we break support here, you could see altcoins get a pump relative to Bitcoin. And Bitcoin can go up, but altcoins go up a lot faster than Bitcoin does. When Bitcoin goes down, altcoins go down a lot faster than Bitcoin does. Because the amount of money in altcoins is not in Bitcoin. Much more in Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's been through these cycles a lot longer. So the amount of liquidity it has is a lot bigger than anything else. That's why it leads the market. So this green hammer candle has extra volume attached to it. So if we do hold here and we start making higher highs and higher lows, then this would be a great time to start reinvesting. However, we are still under the 50s, the 50 moving average, the 50 RSI, and the 0 on the MACD. This is not a signal yet. Like I said, it's more than likely we're going to go sideways. But there's still volatility in this sideways range. We just have to be proactive. That's the thing. I haven't been very proactive. I haven't sold a lot when we got this head and shoulders. I was just hoping that we'd come back up. And when we didn't, when we ran into resistance, I wasn't selling any. It's all good to buy supports, but if we're not selling resistance and the support doesn't hold, well then that's not good either. So it's up to you, your trading strategy, what you know and what you can do so far. But that is the daily trend. That's where we're at right now. So this consolidation, this falling channel, if we break out sideways, this is a reaccumulation pattern. What happens after accumulation? It's an uptrend into distribution, and then there's a downtrend. So we could be seeing what we saw here 6 months ago. A little more than 6 months. Hang on, that's July, isn't it? Yeah. So that's my 2 Satoshis. That's what I think we're doing at the moment, is we're entering a sideways range, more than likely. More than likely. So, if you like what you've seen so far, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll be with you in the next video on the Daily Trend. Bye!